Hey everybody, this is Minion Soldier and this is the Piracy Show. Now, I got a good topic for today's show, but before we get to that, we have to kind of deal with something else. Occasionally, I do get certain tidbits of information. Certain things cross my desk, usually through email. People send me little things, and this information all comes from viewers like you, or even you, the one who's trying to decide if you should order pizza for dinner tonight. The answer to that question is always yes, by the way. But yes, it's people like you who you go to CIG and take studio tours and just drop me little tidbits of information. So today I received, I think I'm on 3 emails now. I'm hoping that's where it's going to stop, but people were sending me emails and asking me, did I know that Ben Lesnick is not at CIG? And the answer to that question is yes, I know, and that information is wrong. He still works at CIG. He is now working remotely. He is moving to the East Coast. I'll leave it at that. Do I know why? No, I do not. Do I care to know why? No, I do not. That's someone else's business, someone else's life. So, I know that some people are going, oh, what's going on? Ooh. Well, maybe, because Minion Soldier sometimes finds out things. Maybe he knows. Don't know. I don't really kind of trade on that information. People at CIG in their personal lives, it doesn't affect me, So, I don't know. That's it. But considering he still works at CIG but is working remotely, doesn't really seem to change too much. So that's it. That's all that I know, and that's my opinion. Beyond that, not even going to venture a guess. So with that dealt with, let's move on. So yesterday, of course, we were dealing with missions and different stuff like that, and Ravenous Pathogen makes this comment. LOL, you're talking about illegal labs. Yes, I was. That's why I want my Endeavor. Now, this is actually something that we've talked about before, and this is one of those things that when you kind of look at criminality within the Star Citizen universe, this was kind of one of those interesting ideas that, it's not a me idea. I don't know, who came up with this idea first, but I know that this is an idea that has probably crossed a few people's minds, which is using the Endeavor, pictured here as a mobile drug lab. Now, we've discussed it before, but yeah, the Endeavor, one of its, kind of hidden purposes was you can use the lab to concoct certain substances, specifically the medical lab. And oddly enough, it does come with a hangar. Pictured here, which, of course, as soon as it was, as soon as it was sold, people were like, oh my God, can we use it as a carrier? And no, the hangar is big enough that I believe you can get, it's built to be big enough to get a Cutlass Red in there, but I believe someone else proved, this was the early iteration model, proved that you could get a Freelancer in there, but, this is not a final built out model. This is a model going all the way back to 2014, 2015 when this was sold. But of course it was designed to, accommodate the Cutlass Red. The Cutlass Red was the ambulance, the ship was the hospital, but the medical labs could also be used for other purposes. Now, when we talk about piracy, one of the things that constantly comes up is like, oh, I want to build a base, but what happens if somebody attacks my base? I want to build a lab on the surface of a planet, but what happens if somebody attacks my lab? But think about it this way. Now you have a lab that is moving around on its own. It's not in one specific place. And if you play it right, if you're smart on how you're smuggling and you're really careful, then chances are you could go out there with your Endeavor and maybe a few buddies who own Cutlass Reds And the Cutlass Red still has some cargo capacity. You could be going out, purchasing chemicals, picking them up, bringing them back to the Endeavor, and then taking the end product and selling it in various markets. We've seen that, you go pick up some Widow, it doesn't fill up your cargo bay, in fact, but it's still worth a lot of money. It's a high value, low volume product. So you've got your Endeavor out there, you've got your Cutlass Reds out there, you got, your buddies or whoever flying the Cutlass Reds, you got yourself a little business. You can go around, we've seen the transport beacons. If you've been playing recently, you've been seeing people, shooting up the transport beacons. Hey, I'll pay so much UEC for someone to come rescue me. And of course, as the game evolves, we're going to see many different types of transport beacons, lots of people needing help. If you're out there with an Endeavor and a bunch of Cutlass Reds and you're just helping everybody in the system, being super friendly to everyone, oh yeah, oh sure, no problem, I'll come get you. Oh, keep your money, buddy, don't worry about it. I'm here to help. That sort of thing. Oh, never mind those boxes in the back of my Cutlass Red. That's medicine for St. Anthony of Montana's home for blind orphans. Yeah. They need their medicine. Don't open the box. So where are you going? If you're out in the system and you're building up this really positive reputation of helping everybody and being really super nice, and you're like dead on perfect smugglers, then chances are you could probably get away with this for a long, long time. And the best part is the core of your business, the core of your industry is entirely mobile. It's not stuck at any one location. So, it kind of seems like almost an idea that's a little bit too good to be true. Now, we're going to have to wait to see. There's a lot of systems that we haven't seen. Scanning of cargo to reveal if that cargo is illegal. What is it going to take to protect against that? That sort of thing. We've gotten some vague indications that some police forces will have a certain type of scanner that's this good, and so you'll have to have a countermeasure that's that good +1 to beat it. And that'll vary from system to system, planet to planet, yada, yada, yada. We know some stuff, but we've never seen any of these systems in operation, so we don't know how far it's really going to go. As far as business plans go for those looking at the darker side of the Star Citizen economy, this is probably, I think, one of the better ones. And, there are definitely people out there who have kind of looked at ships like the Cutlass Red even and said, that's actually a sleeper. That's a really good ship, because a lot of people are going to look at that ship and think, oh, that's the ship that helps me. That's the ship that's, that saves me, and that sort of thing. And so they may not look at a Cutlass Red and immediately say, oh, potential criminal. And so that's another strong point. That's kind of an intangible, but it's another strong point of that ship and of its role in general. So it's something to consider. Now, of course, this is Ravenous Pathogen's plan, but there are other people out there who have the same or similar plans. And honestly, I wish them all the best. The only thing that I would kind of caution someone who's looking at this and saying, oh, that's what I'm going to do. The only caution I would really kind of give you is that we don't know when the Endeavor is going to show up. The Endeavor was, of course, a ship that a lot of people were enthusiastic about, not just for this reason, but for many other reasons, science exploration. There's a lot of people who want the legitimate side of that ship, but since its initial sale, the Endeavor has kind of fallen off the radar in a lot of ways. It's not really a frequent part of the overall conversation. It's a topic that gets visited from time to time, but there really never seems to be a big drive to get that ship done. And so that has always been, when I talk about the Endeavor, I always kind of say, be careful around that ship, because it seems like no one's really in a hurry to get that ship finished other than the people who already own it. So overall, this is a great idea. It gets a gold star. Just my only caution is that You're also going to have to earn a gold star in patience because it's going to be a while. Anyways, that's the show for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. So if you want to keep up with the latest and greatest in Star Citizen and Squadron 42's development, please follow us on our social media channels. See you soon.